What's going on, everyone? My name is Jeff. So in an earlier video, I mentioned that NIO was probably going to drop under $5 a share and trade in the $4 range for a while. And guys, the reality is this stock could go quite a bit lower, but it does look like we had a slew of earnings come in this morning and the markets are kind of getting bullish again. So over the past 5 days, NIO did trade down into the $4.45 range. I had a lot of people comment between YouTube and Facebook and ask me if I was gonna go long on NIO here. Now what I did, guys, I did price out some call options, and I don't really have a problem starting a long position here. I just want you to leave yourself some room to buy more if and when this stock does go down further, okay? Because with the strength of the market, it is trading back up right now. And as I'm making this video, NIO is trading at $4.84. So I'm going to break this video up into 3 different segments. I'm going to share my opinion on a long-term buy and hold position. I'm going to share my opinion on where I think this stock could be a good day trade or swing trade. Then we're also going to go over to Robinhood and look at option prices, because I think there probably is a lot of opportunity to make money on options here. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet, and drop a like on this video, guys. That really helps my channel grow, and I appreciate all the support.
My car is going to be like a spaceship with wheels. It'll have special powers. If I called, it would come and get me. With just a wave of my hand, the door will open, just like magic. It'll recognize me, like home. It's just like my living room. I can feel safe and cozy. My mommy and daddy can sit together, talk to their friends 1,000 miles away, while I can sit in the front. My car will watch out for people in the street. It'll speak to other cars in a secret language. And it's going to look so cool. Like it's from the future. One day, it will be real. And I'll call it Eve.
Alright guys, now if you have not been over to the NIO website, I highly suggest doing that. This is a company with a lot of imagination, and I want to be a part of it, okay? The stock is very, very overvalued even here in the $4 range, and they have not cranked out any real profits to speak of yet. This is true startup investing, and at a $4.85 price, I think this is a wonderful place to start a long-term position in NIO. And you want to build a long-term, I'm thinking 10, 20, even 30 years into the future. This is a wonderful place to start. There will probably be a day come where we are all sitting around and wishing we could have bought NIO stock under $5. Now in the short term, I do think it's going to go lower, okay? It's being pulled up by the strength of the market, so people are coming in and buying it up when it hits these new 52-week lows, like I said, at the $4.40 range. So let's talk for a minute about day trading or possibly swing trading this stock. Now what I really want you all to focus on right here, guys, is the 52-week lows, okay? And of course it hit the 52-week low, made a new one late last week. And this stock, while it was in the process of trading down, it traded down very, very fast, continued to make new 52-week lows, okay? It did find a bottom at $4.43. And a lot of that, guys, is just going to be based on what direction the market is going. So this is my suggestion to you. I would set an alert in your portfolio or in your brokerage to give you an alert when NIO stock is trading under $4.50 again. And then I would start buying shares every time a couple of percent falls off the stock. And we might see this run back over $5 and maybe get close to $5.50 again. Just depends on the strength of the market. And it also fits the long-term position, okay? If you just want to go long on NIO stock, you know, every time it makes a new 52-week low, buy a couple more more shares, okay? But that's what I would do. I would set an alert for either $4.50 or maybe $4.60. And every time you get that alert on your phone, I would drop that alert down 10 more cents and keep buying shares every time the price drops. Now, lastly, let's talk a little bit about call options, okay? So we have a huge week of earnings. Guys, we just had Coca-Cola and Twitter, Verizon, Lockheed Martin, NextEra Energy. Several of these huge companies reported earnings this morning. That is why we're seeing a huge push on the indexes. And we have plenty more earnings in the afternoon. We have Snapchat, eBay, iRobot, TD Ameritrade, Six Flags, and we are just getting warmed up, okay? Tomorrow, it really starts warming up with AT&T, Boeing, Domino's Pizza, Anthem, Chipotle, Facebook, Visa, Microsoft, and it just keeps going from there. Of course, even next week, we're going to see Apple and Alibaba and Google report. So what does all of this mean? This means that the indexes are going to see a lot of movement over the next 2 and 3 weeks on earnings, right? So we're going to see a lot of volume come into the market. We're going to see a lot of trading. And my guess is most of these mega cap companies are going to report pretty good earnings. You know, all the big companies that we have seen report so far, like JP Morgan Chase and Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, Twitter, and even Verizon Wireless, their earnings was kind of viewed as a bit negative this morning. But guys, they really had outstanding numbers. Set an all-time record with revenue. So what I'm getting at here is that NIO stock might run just on the overall strength of the market, and it might not pause for a few weeks. So if we're going to look at the one-day chart on NIO, guys, it looks like it gets that nice big pop right there as the market opens, and now it is starting to sell off and lose its momentum, okay? So we might see it trade back down to 460, 470. Let's go take a look at some call options and see how we can try and get in the money on this stock in the next couple of weeks. All right, so I've got the May 17th call options pulled up on NIO. So right here in this column, we have our break-even price. This is the price we have to meet before we will be in the money on NIO, right? So the share price is currently $4.82. And we have an expiration for May 17th. So if you have a hunch or your gut tells you that NIO is going to trade back over $5, there's some really reasonably priced options right here. If you think NIO will trade over $4.93 by the 17th of May, you can buy options for $93. Or if you feel as though NIO will trade over $5.08, you can buy options for $58, okay? And that is a very good bargain. Now, me personally, I will probably wait and see where this goes by the afternoon, okay? Because it does seem like NIO gets that little pop right there at the start of the market. Like you said, all these options are in the green today, and they're gaining some value. So I'm probably going to set some alerts in my phone, but I want to keep this options kind of fresh in my memory, so when I do see some more value trade off the price of NIO, I can jump in here, buy some cheap call options, and try to flip real quick. Just keep in mind, focus on that break-even price, okay? Kind of have it in your head where you think NIO is going to trade up to in the short term, and you can even back up to May 10th if you want. These are some of the May 10th options right here, guys. NIO stock gets to $5 by May 10th. You can buy those options for $50. Or if you think it's going to trade over $5.26, you can buy those call options for $26. So really, really reasonable prices there. And like I said, we might see NIO go back on another run if earnings get real hot, like I said, and you start seeing 200 and 300 points trading up on the Dow Jones, and if the S&P can go up a few percent, and the NASDAQ has been absolutely on fire lately. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for the video. I wanted to make it kind of short and sweet and try to cover a lot of ground really fast. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment. Tell me what your thoughts are on NIO stock. I would really love to hear that. Thanks as always for watching the video, and have an awesome day.